Who the hell are you?
A remnant of a time long past. Genetically engineered to be superior so as to lead others to peace in a world at war. But we were condemned as criminals, forced into exile. For centuries we slept, hoping when we awoke things would be different. My name is Khan.
Yeah, they call me Marcus Aurelius Garvey. You and I, it was a way to assimilate. I'ma disseminate every single intention you put in a verse, and the word of the flow is the form of definitive adoration. What the fuck do you mean? A beautiful mind, and I am the product of Malcolm and Martin's collaborative dream. Perpetual king, so within the time that we live in, I'm giving you lyrics I deem a cynical scene. You niggas are working for cream. I pick up the pen and I scheme. The biggest of critics are quicker to pick it apart, defining the man and the pen of the parts. I'm playing the real and they calling it art. Committed to murder, the verdict is dark. I'll start by giving you emphasis, guarantee you remember this. Memorizing the cadence, I penetrate with camaraderie, constantly contemplating my theories of physiology. Follow me as I estimate, humorously I escalate, then execute astutely with the flus. I pray that you never confuse it, making it for your amusement to realize they're giving ridiculous lines. I'm speaking the truth, presented to you. I said that we keeping it cool, this niggas refusing to lose. I give an opinion depicting a radical view. I choose to be insane, and my brain is an algorithm, an astronomical fortress, conversing but not conforming. Cause cowards cower for hours, devoured by this performance. You dormant and I'm euphoric, you give the rhythm and force it. The source of the simultaneous infiltrate with endorphins. My style is highly caloric, the status quo of the flow. I defeated them with tenacity. My vocabulary is at a maximum capacity. General relativity, revolutionizing the way you understanding gravity. A wrapping of the fabric of space and time. I'm Einstein, giving the people a formula. The dopest of niggas is warning y'all. I said it in focus, you better believe it. The way that I'm rhyming and barely breathing, I'm minding my business. A murder, the beat, and the point that I'm working to make is that people debating. I guarantee I'ma create the sickest of sentences you can relate. And I will not do it, they hit it, I'm great. So I never rest in control of my fate. They're telling you everything that you wanted to hear whenever they right in your face. The second you turn, the quicker they burn. And I've been awake cause I already learned. I'm taking my time, perfecting the craft and getting my way to give you the wrath of Khan is the consequence. All of your lyrics contradict. They lack the certain presence and effervescence of prominence. The K is for the knowledge that I am constantly seeking. The A's are put in the middle as I'm attempting to allocate. The N is for the nonsense that the public will entertain. As I explain, my name's an acronym, lyrical acrobat. It's knowledge above all nonsense. Can you imagine that? I'm moving the hustle and busting my ass while giving the rhythm you live in the past. A part of the pen and the pen of the book, a piece of the pop of the people to eat. We giving a beautiful feast, a literal beast until every thought is obese. Food for the minds of the foolish. Many a minuscule men try to suppress what I attest with a pen. When will it end? My lines are actually accurate, never asking. I put iodine inside my apparatus. I'm extracting the sweetest and the malevolence necessary for relevance. An innovative poet asphyxiated his relative sedatives in my system while singing, swinging the razor blade. Sad to say that I'm somber, so someone tell me they save the date to synthesize the sound so it's similar to a symphony orchestrated and capable to strangulate you with vapor. I said that I'm giving you elegance, but never defining the elements. I'm telling a story and forming a tale, a way for the people to really prevail. The problem is all the irrelevant rap that you buying everything you were sold. I'm wondering sitting inside of my room and I pray for my soul to prepare for the doom. Assume that I would glorify violence and plenty ignorance, subliminal messages inside of all of the images. I'm a reclusive author that's very strict with tradition. I'm speaking of isolation while giving you my rendition. Was ridiculed as a child and my pain I put in the chalice with solace. The flow dyslexic and very mentally challenged, allowing these motherfuckers to degrade me with degrees. But my decree is I can see that I'll probably never be free. I'm afflicted by insecurities, currently contemplating. I've cultivated catastrophes by living alone and being depressed, but then created a masterpiece. Exactly, I'm actually asking for attrition. Effectively, your submissive deficiencies in your vision. Your mind inside of a prison, prolific whenever spinning, accelerated the rhythm. I've written, forming a simile, so my signature resonates. Assembling a pseudonym, reprimanding a saboteur, salivating for sabotage. Get a sense of the sinister, delivering this dope to the Pope and the poor minister. Principles of the precipice, people pushing the passion, perplexity of the purpose. So pardon passive aggression, premeditated perdition. The pummel punish a pundit. My punch is harder than pumice. I contradict with some politicians and statisticians. A prescription that came from two physicians, playing my position. In my mind I seem to find a paradise inside the privacy. The paradigm, particular policy of your piracy, depositing the power to possibly be considered great. Disintegrate then dissipate. We gotta keep it honest. I can't deceive with naivete. Trying to enter the fortress by formulating the gorgeous. They forge a force in the source in the hopes of finding the fortune. I've written this rigor mortis. You mortified and I'm morphing, absorbing this smorgasbord for the sport to soar with a connoisseur. A commodore accommodating reconnaissance complicated. The case of the kid that was killing it with calligraphy. A legendary figure resemblance of a relic. I'm doing the most and I'm setting the pace. A picture of painted a person of pain. We keeping it real and you never contain, but there is some room for your head. You're never complacent. Flow is a days and showing you everything that I face and what am I making? Never mistaken. Some of the innocent lyrics and ages. I suffocate like corsets. Can't control when I tortured. Of course it was of importance. I pointed out and I pour it. Deplorable as an asterisk. Concentrate with concordance. Exuding the excellence of an existential extortionist. I pray that you enjoy what I created for you. And this concludes the feature presentation concepts 2. I'm through. La. Ha. Knowledge. Bitch. And orbit too. Don't forget that. Don't forget that.